Hi, my name is Yasmin Robles with Robles Designs, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about your website's coming soon page, especially if you're working behind the scenes to build out your amazing website and start selling your products or your services. You want to make sure that you have some place for visitors to land before your site is officially built. And these are the 5 things that you should have on that coming soon page. Now, this can be used for large and small businesses. Primarily at Robles Designs, we focus on helping small business owners, whether it's through courses or through one-on-one support. So this is what you need to have on your coming soon page. Now, keep in mind that the worst thing that you can have is just a page that says literally coming soon across it with nothing else, not even an inkling of branding or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you're following these couple things, and the coming soon page can help you convert and actually, launch your site with a blast. So the first thing that you want to make sure that your coming soon page has is some kind of call to action. At the very least, even if you don't have amazing photos yet, or you are not necessarily sure about the branding direction, you want to make sure that you have amazing a call to action. Tell me what to do next after I land on your site. You don't want me to come to the coming soon page and then wonder what next and kind of say, well, that's great for them. They're building out the site and they're coming soon, but I'll probably just catch up with them later. And the likelihood of me coming back is very small. So you want to make sure that you give me something to do, whether it's some kind of freebie that I can sign up for, a discount on when you do launch, some kind of newsletter, something that will really attract me and want me to purchase from you, to come back, to get on an email list, something. Perhaps even if you're just building out your Instagram following, maybe it's just follow us on Instagram for now, right? So you want to make sure you have some kind of call to action, some kind of next step for me as the site visitor. The next thing you want to make sure is that your logo is not too large. So, as you can see in the quick and dirty wireframe, you want to make sure that the logo is large enough for you to be able to tell what it is, but not so large that it overtakes the whole section. Especially as soon as the page loads, we call a hero section the first thing that you see when the page loads. So you don't want that to be just your logo. I get it. You're probably really proud of your logo. You have probably put in a lot of work or money into it. But I already know as a user, I clicked somewhere, or you told me about something, you went to a networking event, you handed me your business card, maybe I found you on Instagram. I know who you are. I did not get to your domain name by just wandering the internet. That's not how it works. So I clicked on something I searched or something took me to your site. So I kind of already have an idea of what your name is. So your logo does not need to be that large. What needs to be the focal point of that hero section is the headline and that call to action, back to number 1. You need to make that call to action as clear as possible and pushed up towards the top of the page as much as you can, not the logo, right? So number 1, make sure you have a call to action. Number 2, make sure your logo is not overtaking your entire first section of the site. All right, so number 3, you want to make sure that you have a copy that really attracts me as the user. You want to make sure that it hits my pain points and explains to me how your services and your experience help me, not just all about you. So have some copy. For example, if you're a trainer, maybe you can talk about how I can maybe learn how to jump higher. Maybe your focal point is sports people, and you want to train people on how to jump higher. And so how is that actually going to help me? I don't need to know about all of your experience. It's just what's the benefit? What's the emotional thing that I will get out of your services or product? The next thing that you want to have is copy about you and explaining your services and your qualifications. But again, you want to make sure that you're explaining it in a way where it doesn't seem like you are all about you. So if any of you have ever been on a date where you're just sitting across from the person and they just keep talking about where they went to school and how awesome they were and all these great things that they've achieved, and you're like, this is all about you, I'm kind of bored, I need another glass of wine. So you want to avoid that effect on your coming soon page, because this is like the ultimate first step that the people are taking in order to get to know you. There's no other page on your site, and it's the only page and the one chance that you have at communicating the true value that you offer with your product or your service. So make sure you have copy that explains about what you do, maybe your process, your mission, something like that, but really make sure that you also balance it out with copy that will make me feel like I can trust you and that you will actually help me transform whatever it is that I need to change up. The final thing that you want to have on your coming soon page is some kind of call to action, preferably for email marketing. So here I have 2 call to actions. So I have one at the top and one at the bottom. And ideally, you want to make sure that maybe your first call to action goes to a form, or you could just have an anchor link, which is a link that basically pushes, or a jump link. It pushes everything to another section of the page. So whether it's just a lead capture or whether you have 2 different call to actions, you still want to make sure you have some kind of way of getting my email. So let's say that top one goes to your contact form. Maybe it pops out or something, or maybe it's a book now button where I can get on your calendar. The final one will be, maybe I'm not ready to get on your calendar, but I'm ready to get on your email list. So offer me something in exchange for my email and just have it at the bottom if it's not that important. You can also mix this up and actually move this, duplicate it and move it all the way to the top. So this is great if people are really scrolling through the coming soon page. They will see it at the top. Maybe they're not sure. They will read through your awesome copy, find out more about you, and then read the lead capture again, and then sign up to be your BFF via email. So you want to make sure you're capturing their emails. It's like a secondary way of getting a hold of them, especially if the first way is something where they literally have to call you, contact you, book an appointment. They might not be ready to do that. So you can have a lead capture at the bottom, or you can duplicate the same lead capture. So to recap, you want to make sure that you have an amazing call to action, especially right at the top, that your logo is not overpowering it, that you have great copy that balances, that doesn't make you seem like you have a big ego, it balances that with what value you are providing to me and to my business or to my personal life. And then you want to make sure you have a great lead capture, a nice little end cap to your coming soon page. That is basically it. If you have any other questions, make sure to comment wherever you're watching, or make sure to follow us on Instagram at Robles Design Studios. Follow and like this video, all the places that you could find us. You can also find us on Facebook, Robles Design Studio. Make sure to tell me your questions about your coming soon page. I'm here to help, and it just helps me create the content that you really need to build up your digital empire. You can find us at roblesdesigns.com as well if you want any support with your own coming soon page, your website, or just need a brainstorming session and bounce ideas off of a designer. With that, I will catch you in the next video.